Hey, kids. You're listening to the internet's wettest podcast about video games, consoles, and pancakes. The SML Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is the SML Podcast. I am your host, Joe. A happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrated, and a happy Black Friday to everyone else. Joining as usual, Jacob. How are you doing?
I had some Chinese food before we got on air, and now I feel like I've got a piece of rice in between two of my teeth, but it doesn't seem like I do, and it's driving me up the fucking wall. So, I'm probably gonna spend the whole time on the podcast.
Jacob, tell us about the game. First of all, I got something like teeth.
Exactly.
Or broccoli. No, that wasn't what I was looking for. Let me get back. Here. Oh, man. So Aki's not here today. We don't know why. She's supposed to be here, but I don't know. Maybe she fell. Or maybe she realized what a mistake the show is.
Either one's a good possibility.
Yeah, either way, it's just the two of us for now. So how was your Thanksgiving?
It was okay. I mean, we didn't really do much. We actually ordered Chinese. The Chinese I was just eating was the leftovers from yesterday.
Nice.
Because we didn't really, my wife was away, helping out her folks with some stuff. So, we didn't really have time to make a turkey and all that kind of crap. So we just ordered Chinese and watched, the latest episode of Star Trek Prodigy with the kids. And,
Why didn't we do the show last night then?
Oh, because I was tired. Everyone was tired as crap, and we ended up going to bed early.
Me and tired.
Because some of us had to work today, and I worked. I had to work 11.5-hour shift. On the plus side, though, it was all overtime. So,
oh, there you go. You want to know who got some major overtime today?
Still can't fucking afford an Xbox Series X, but I got overtime pay. And I'm thinking about working some more tomorrow, but I don't fucking know. I might just sit on the couch and watch all the Sharknado movies.
There you go. You know who got some work done today?
I feel like we could make a plastic surgery joke, but
no,
I don't know.
Our good friend Glenn Case got some work done today. Black Friday, Cards Against Humanity is known for doing some weird shit. And this year, they were all about giving away money.
Oh. Okay.
So if you went and got vaccinated today and you had video proof, you got $100.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait, so Glenn just got vaccinated today?
No, there were 20 different things to do. There were buried treasure things, and there was click a button 1,000 times and you get $5. Glenn entered to write a song in 3 minutes or something like that, or 3 hours he had to create a song based on something that they started. Everybody who enters gets $5, and the winner, $10,000.
Holy shit. Tell me he won.
Glenn Case won.
Fucking, of course he did.
Yeah,
nice.
Buddy. So how fucking cool is that? Congrats to Glenn Case, who landed $10,000 from Cards Against Humanity for his Chowder song. I'm gonna have to see if we could get that to play at the end of the show.
Now I'm up on their website looking for Black Friday shit, but I don't see anything. Huh.
It's something like give away $5, or I forget what the hell it is. It was on there. But yeah, congrats again to Glenn. That's pretty awesome. Did you win anything?
Well, no, because I haven't done shit involved with this.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be with that. I'm just saying in general. What kind of stuff have you won in your lifetime?
In 6th grade, I won an essay contest for DARE, because, that worked out so well for me. I don't know. I mean, I've won a handful of video game contests and shit like that. The earliest one I ever won was The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. They made a PC game for it. they ran ads for it in Sports Illustrated for Kids, and I'm assuming other kids magazines at the time. And like the contest was right there in the ad, and they were like, "Oh, 50 kids will win a copy of like the first 50 kids who like submit whatever will win the game or win a copy of the game." And I was one of the first, I guess. Which I'm not gonna lie, like I think I entered in that contest like 15 days after I received my issue of the magazine. So I'm just like, I don't think anybody fucking entered that contest.
Oh, geez.
Like. Either that or else everyone was like, "Yo, fuck that show."
Maybe.
Did you ever watch it when you were a kid?
No.
First season's good. Second season's complete trash.
I'll take your word for it.
But yeah, I don't know. Nothing really, major or worthwhile.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. If I won any of that kind of any of those kind of contests, I wouldn't be here. No offense, Joe.
True. Offense taken.
I mean,
but I take offense to everything you say, though, so that doesn't make that's nothing
fair.
new.
I mean, I'm talking to you, so naturally it's awful and disgusting, and does it really need to happen?
No, not at all. Best contest I probably won was probably for that Pepsi Rock Band guitar I had.
Yeah. What did you do with it?
I ended up selling it like 2 years ago. Some collector got in touch with me and was asking about it, and I sold it to him for like $200 or something like that.
Oh, what? Wasn't it broken?
It didn't strum that well, but it was a Rock Band 2 guitar, so none of them did.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, wait, shit, I think that's the one I have. Damn it.
Like it matters. You don't have the adapter to use it on Xbox One anyway.
Yeah, but I still got my 360.
Is it hooked up?
What, my 360?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's in the bedroom.
Yeah. So you're going to play Rock Band in your bedroom?
No.
You know who can?
Jess just comes home from being at the folks and I've got like the fucking drum kit set up. What did you do?
I'm playing. Epic Games is going to be playing a lot of Rock Band, I think. We'll jump into the news. The big news of the week is that Epic Games acquired Harmonix.
Yeah, I was real fucking surprised by that.
Yeah, that is the shocker news of the week.
I don't know how I really feel about that. I mean, it's like I'm gonna guess that Epic is just gonna like let them be and do like whatever the fuck they do, except when they're like, "Yo, we need you to handle this concert bullshit in Fortnite." I don't know. I'm hoping like maybe they'll give them the financial backing to make Rock Band 4 a reality.
5, you mean?
5?
Yeah.
What are they up to 5 now? Or 4?
Yeah, 4 is on Xbox One.
Dude, I don't keep track of it.
They released one game on the Xbox One.
Yeah, and I didn't keep track. No, they released more than one game.
One Rock Band game.
Well, what's the other one that they did?
The new one, Fuser?
No, I have that one.
Dance Central?
No, it's Rock Band related.
Fantasia?
Oh my god, it's Rock Band related.
On Xbox One, they had Rock Band 4.
Wait, is that what Rivals is?
Yes.
Oh.
Rivals is just the online section for Rock Band 4.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the expansion pack. You gotta buy that to play online and to do the rival stuff and...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Dork.
I'm not a whale penis.
They said in the deal that it supposedly won't affect current projects. Like they're going to keep working. It's going to be like, par for the course for Rock Band DLC, and they're going to keep doing what they're doing with Fuser events. But now they're going to be focusing on Fortnite events and Fortnite concerts and Fortnite bullshit that they don't fucking need to like. Epic, if you're buying Harmonix, put them to work on music stuff, not Fortnite.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing, though. They've started hosting concerts in Fortnite, though. Like,
yeah, but
Ariana Grande just had one.
You don't need Harmonix to do that. They're a game development company. Let them develop games. Let them create unique projects, and let them make Rock Band 5.
Yeah, but I mean, they've obviously got the chops for music that artists obviously touch or trust. I mean, like, because remember, when they were making Beatles Rock Band, they worked with George Harrison's kid, and he ended up staying on for Rock Band 3.
Yeah, but that
Tony
was in
Harrison.
the EA and MTV days.
The what?
EA? Remember, EA used to own Harmonix? Or no, MTV owned Harmonix.
I don't
And EA published Rock Band.
How long ago was that? Was that the very first Rock Band?
You're an idiot, yes.
I don't fucking know, man. Dude, you
EA
know how
published 1 through 3. And then
Oh.
Mad Catz republished 3, and then Mad Catz published 4, and then they went under and PDP republished 4 with Rivals. And then it just hit a brick wall, and we're at where we are now.
Woo!
They said there are no plans for new instruments for Rock Band despite having Epic money. Hopefully that changes. That would be really nice to see Epic invest in Rock Band. And I honestly think if they were to re-release it now, they would have something because there's no other games like that on the market.
Maybe at the same time, maybe there's a reason why. They probably do marketing studies on this kind of stuff, and it's just I'm sure there's consultants out there who are just the market's not ready for that kind of investment again.
I don't know, but there's hundreds of people at least who are willing to drop hundreds of dollars for instruments if someone would just make some.
Maybe honestly what they need to do is do something like what HasLab does for collector shit. So Hasbro has this the toy company has this offshoot called HasLab, and all they do is make high quality collector's items. They're toys, but it's not shit you're gonna let your kids play with. It's the Jabba the Hutt sail barge, which is going to run you $1,000 because it's 4 fucking feet long and it comes with 1 million different things.
Oh my lord!
And it breaks if you so much as breathe on it, kind of stuff. But the thing is that they say, okay, we're going to make this. This is what the price point's going to be, but we need X amount of backers to do it. And maybe that's just what Harmonix needs to do is just figure out how much it would cost to make a new set of instruments and stuff like that, and just be listen, if we get this many backers at this price, we will sell these instruments again. And then if we get X amount of backers, that's our break even point. And then anything else we just make is pure profit.
Yeah.
If we want to sell it to make it available at Best Buy, we can do that, or you just buy it directly through us and we just print it make them whenever we fucking feel like it.
Yeah, I think the only problem though is that Harmonix has never made their own instruments.
True.
They teamed up with Red Octane for Guitar Hero, and then they were partnered with EA and MTV with Rock Band series, and then Mad Catz and PDP. They always had someone involved with them to help publish and to help create the hardware, and they don't have anyone willing to take a risk on hardware again, which sucks. And hopefully Epic will. Hopefully they'll be all right, fuck it, let's give this one more try, and hopefully Guitar Hero won't pop its head out again and get in the way and release a shitty game at the same time that no one's gonna like and ruin the genre once more. Guitar Hero Live sucked. It sucked. Guitar Hero Live was terrible. Fuck Guitar Hero Live. I'm saying it. Saying it right now. That game sucked.
I'm pretty sure you said it every single time we bring up Guitar Hero Live.
I do. So, tinyBuild has acquired Versus Evil. There's some more news.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. That's cool.
Yeah. Don't know what else to say about that, but it happened.
There you go.
Let's see. CD Projekt released a statement, or they were talking about Cyberpunk in an interview, and they believe that Cyberpunk, quote, will be considered a very good game in the long run.
Sure. That's like saying friggin' Oliver Stone's Alexander movie is a great movie. Now that he's re-edited it 4 fucking times, including one beyond the final cut.
Well, it's been a year and it's still not very good. So,
well, if I remember correctly, the PC version has finally didn't it like crack like the top 10 just now? On
I
Steam or
have
something
no
like that?
clue. Possible.
I
only
saw something about its sales today.
I know like everywhere has it for like $10 today.
Oh yeah, Kotaku says the PC version has soared to the top of Steam's bestsellers, and it has positive reviews.
Oh. Well, the
Good
PC
job,
version
Billy,
was
putting
never
it
really
here.
shit on like the console versions, but the console versions are not doing good.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Last bit of news I have is that games with gold for December were announced.
Oh yeah, I saw that and I was excited because I own none of the titles.
I own all of them.
Of course you fucking do. You've got like 4,000 fucking Xbox games.
I know.
Like, I mean, for you it'd be like, ooh, they've relisted Rocky and Bullwinkle. I finally have it now. Oh, like
They relisted Babel Rising. I'd be happy if they relisted Babel Rising. I need that one. Or are you smarter than a fifth grader?
why don't you just buy the physical edition?
Because the physical version's not backward compatible. The arcade version is.
What?
There's two versions of the game. There's an arcade version and a physical version. Physical version is not backward compatible. The arcade version, the different game, is.
I didn't realize that they'd made two fucking different games.
Yep.
That's fucking weird. Okay.
Yep.
Do both of them come with Jeff Foxworthy?
I don't know. I haven't played either of them. Fuck if I know.
Okay.
But the games that we are getting, Xbox One is getting The Escapists 2 and Tropico 5 Penultimate Edition. And then Xbox 360 is getting Orcs Must Die and Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet.
Works for me. As I said, I don't own any of them.
I don't know. If they're doing Tropico, why not do Tropico 6?
Because they probably still want to make money off of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that way, like, you get them interested with Tropico 5, and then they're like, oh, this is pretty good. I'll go buy Tropico 6, which is still, like, hauling in money and shit.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, almost none of the games that they ever release for games with gold are things that are, like, still making hand over fist money.
True.
I mean, that's not the point of it.
True.
I mean, anyone who actually expects like the latest like Gears of War or like I don't fucking know, like a Call of Duty game, that's just not happening.
Well, Call of Duty has the partnership with PlayStation, so we won't see that happen.
Oh my God, Joe! It was just an example. You know exactly what I meant. Fine.
Sometimes we get decent games on games with gold. I mean, it's happened.
They're not no, I'm not saying that they're not decent.
Oh shit, saying. She's here. Shut up, quiet. She's here.
Yes, I am. I am so sorry I'm late.
What happened?
Well, my family decided to get together today for Thanksgiving because it's Friday and therefore easier. And dinner started an hour later than what my mom thought. So we were running a little late. She actually didn't think she'd be able to get me back here before 11. So she did good.
Yay, go Aki's mom.
Yay. Well, you're here and you missed all the news.
No, she didn't.
Y'all were talking about Game Pass when I got in here, so I know I haven't missed the news yet.
No, we're talking games with gold.
Oh, well, I was close.
Yeah. Which was the last of my news, really. And then there's Jacob News, but that doesn't count because it's Jacob News.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's always about fucking movies. Jesus Christ.
Excuse me, dick.
It is always about fucking movies.
Aki, did you hear the games with gold lineup?
No, I did not, sadly.
So Xbox One has The Escapists 2 and Tropico 5, and Xbox 360 has Orcs Must Die and Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet.
Okay, that is a lineup, I guess.
That is a lineup.
Yes, that is the most fair thing we could say about this month's lineup. It is a lineup.
Yeah. Have you already done PlayStations? I bet it's better.
PlayStation isn't official yet. There's a rumored lineup. This one website has been correct. Like the past 7 months, they've been doing it. But
nice.
They said that the supposed lineup is going to be Mortal Shell and Lego DC Supervillains on PS4,
Not bad.
and Godfall on PS4 and PS5.
Very good game.
Is it?
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's a great game.
I heard it's just like okay. But it came out at the beginning of the PS5 life cycle, so it got attention.
Oh wow,
so.
is that? Oh, you said PS5, not PS4. Sorry. I've eaten too much food. My brain is turned off. I am so sorry.
It's okay. Do you have any news, Aki?
I got a lot of movies for Christmas.
It's not Christmas yet.
Yeah, my grandparents come down for Thanksgiving. They live in Nevada, and we live in Indiana. So since they come down for Thanksgiving, we just do Christmas then. So I actually have a whole bunch of movies.
What'd you get?
Wouldn't they be coming over? Not down? Like, how good's your geography?
Not good. I failed geography, actually. No,
Ashley does that too, and I make fun of her all the time. She's like, I'm going to go up to Frackville. I'm like, are you sure about that?
Yeah, I totally blame the American education system and my own inability to remember the stuff, because I got a D in that class, and I'm not even ashamed of that.
Yeah, that's right. You got a D.
No, she didn't.
You hurt my soul, just so you know. But I did.
He's just like, oh, good,
today.
this shit again.
Yeah, I wore a brand new necklace today, and everyone loved it. So I'm feeling
What's
pretty
on
good.
The necklace?
It's just it was a homemade one that I bought at a craft place, and it's tumbled rocks and gemstones, and it's just it's really pretty. Barely fits me. Does need to be extended, but it is beautiful, and everyone liked it, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
Today is a good
I'm
day.
Beautiful, and everyone likes me.
I need the jewelry, so. But at least I know it.
All right, Jacob, what news do you have?
So Kojima is actually he's actually set up a movie studio.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be, quote unquote, expanding the reach and awareness of Kojima Productions games.
He just needs to stop with the games and just stay with movies, because that's clearly what his drive actually is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, and I mean, there is going to be the Metal Gear Solid show that's coming up. I mean, Oscar Isaac is playing Snake, so
I don't think Kojima's going to have anything to do with that, is he?
I don't
think so.
I don't think so. But I mean, he probably wants to adapt Death Stranding.
We already have a Death Stranding movie. It's called The Postman. And it was better than the game.
Yeah, but the Postman also has the benefit of Tom Petty, so
the Postman has the benefit of fucking everything. It is far superior in every conceivable way. And all offense intended to fans of Death Stranding, the Postman is better in literally every fucking way. Fuck off. It's better in video game playing even, and it's not even a fucking video game.
I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. But
Death Stranding is garbage.
So we got that, and everyone was talking about how Wheel of Time is doing really well for Amazon, but buried in the details is that Amazon is actively looking to make Mass Effect its next big event series.
Yeah, I thought they had made some sort of agreement already.
Nah, they're in the process of locking it down, though, according to Deadline Hollywood. So
I kind of hope they don't, because everything Amazon touches turns to shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, what do you want? Do you want Netflix touching it? Have you seen Cowboy Bebop? Really?
Oh God, no! I don't. No.
Yeah,
but they make good animated stuff. They could just go pure animation.
They won't, though, and you know that they've already They already did a Mass Effect animated thing, and like, the less we talk about it, the better. Like,
they could always do it right. Maybe I have faith in Netflix to eventually get it right.
If someone's going to do Mass Effect right, how about we let BioWare do it first?
Ooh, them's fighting words. Yeah, well, they couldn't even complete Andromeda, so, like...
Well, that was the B team. Well, the D team. I mean...
to be fair, and also...
It's all about the D team, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
It's they take the D team.
To be fair, though, I actually really enjoyed Andromeda, but I played it a year after it had already come out, so...
Yeah,
I didn't get all the shit.
But I didn't. Everyone
Honestly,
gives it a lot more hate than I think it deserves.
Oh, honestly, it's my second favorite game in the series. Like,
oh wow,
yeah, Mass Effect 2 is the best, like hands down. 3, like, cut off like the last third of Mass Effect 3, and then we'll talk. But yeah,
that
Mass Effect 3 is in my top 5 Mass Effect games. I'll put it there.
That's because there's 6.
There's 6. It should still be dead last.
Is there 6?
Yeah, because there's the 4 games, and then there was the Mass Effect 2 game that was essentially like a visual novel starring Jacob for iPhones, and then there was Infiltrator.
I remembered Infiltration 3. Or Infiltrator or whatever it was. I didn't remember the Mass Effect 2 thing.
Pretty much the only well, the only benefit is like once you beat it, and the thing is, it was essentially like a guided visual novel. Like once you beat it, you got a code that you could redeem. Oh,
that was just to get into the first. That's just to get your decisions from the first game into the second. So that's not.
No, it wasn't. Better. No, it wasn't. Because what it is, it got you a code, and you ended up with different dialogue in Mass Effect 2 from Jacob, because he referenced what happened in that game. It's not the same thing as the
I never
the little shit where, like, you know, you make your decisions before you start up the game. This thing was totally different.
Quite frankly, even if that was the case and it was that, it'd still be a better game.
All right, what other news do you have? Too much Mass Effect talk.
The only other news that I have is that Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City has come out, and it currently has a 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. General consensus is it is crap, and there's like no actual horror in it.
Is it a movie or a TV show?
It's a movie.
Huh.
The local cheap seats already has it in my area. So,
well, I guess you'll talk about it next week, huh?
I don't know. I'm honestly just like, I might just buy a code off of somebody when it comes out. Like I don't really. I saw the trailer and it looked like a sci-fi movie of the week, like Sci-Fi Channel movie of the week, and I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
They all do.
I'm gonna go look this up because I didn't even hear of this. So
yeah, no, I think there's a reason why Sony did like no promotion for this.
Yeah, didn't they mash like the first 2 game stories together?
It's the first 2,
and it's still shorter than 2 hours.
It's an hour 47.
So yes, exactly what I said.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we should probably get to reviews.
Shut up.
Or did you have more?
No, just shut up.
Then eat shit. Should we get to reviews?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Jacob, how do you want to do these? Do you want to do yours first in bulk, or do you want to alternate?
I want to do mine and then bolt.
Because you got to do tweets still, right?
I got to do tweets, and I worked an 11.5-hour shift, so yeah.
Oh, you two should just go and get a room already, for fuck's sake.
Aki, I've already said I'm not fucking docking with him. Like, back-to-back masturbation is one thing. I'm not going to dock with him. No.
No, see, what's going to happen is it's going to be back to front masturbation.
He's going to turn around when I'm not looking.
But you're going to know pretty soon after.
Drop something. Whoop. You got me again, you son of a bitch. I keep falling for it. I'm just a sucker for pain, I guess.
Oh my, kinky.
Yeah, I was going to say, what?
Well, it's not going to feel good.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Again, I might not feel anything.
mean, it depends on how quickly those roofies kick in. So yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. Jesus Christ. This is getting worse and worse with every second. Oh my God.
So yeah, first game to talk about tonight is called Just...
And what's the name of the act? The Aristocrats.
I don't get that.
Fucking Aristocrats. Oh my God. All right, you ready for reviews?
All right.
Yeah.
Before we do, Aki, you need to watch the documentary The Aristocrats. It'll explain the joke, and then you get to hear like 100 different comedians all tell their own fucked up version of it.
And it's good.
So yeah, it's actually a really good documentary. I highly recommend checking it out.
All right. I have loaded that up in my Google.
All right.
Not
Okay,
the Disney
I'm ready,
one.
Joe.
Not the Disney one. Aristocrats.
Oh.
Not
Sound like the
Aristocats.
Disney one.
Slight difference between the two. Just a
One
little.
is much better, I think.
All right, so first game to talk about tonight is called Just Dance 2022, developed by Ubisoft Paris, published by Ubisoft, released November 4th on Switch, Xbox One, Series X and S, PS4, PS5, and Stadia for $49.99. Just Dance 2022, the ultimate dance game, is back with new environments and 40 hot new tracks. Exercise while having fun and start your own routine with Just Dance Unlimited Sweat Mode. Team up with your Dance on Demand streaming service. Engage the little ones with 8 kid-friendly songs and choreographies in kids mode, and so much more. Jacob, tell us about Just Dance 2022.
I mean, they called it themselves like the premier. How do they refer to themselves as? Ultimate?
The ultimate dance game, yes.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this the other day, and it was just like, what other dance games are even out there anymore? Are there anything? Like, I don't think they still make Dance Central, do they?
No, that was Kinect and only back at the Xbox One launch.
And like, when the heck is the last time that a DDR game got like a home release?
360 days? PS3 days?
Yeah, like that's the last time I remember it too, and I'm just like, damn. Anyway, so Just Dance, if you've played previous versions of it, it really doesn't change things up too much for it. Pretty much what it is that you either use your phone, which has the official Just Dance app on it, or if you're playing on the Nintendo Switch, you have one of the Joy-Cons, like one of the half of them. Wait, what do you call half of a Joy-Con?
A Joy-Con.
A Joy-Con? Okay.
I guess.
Or you have like one of the Joy-Cons in your hand as you do it. And so you have to follow the on-screen prompts as, the music's playing, and you have to do various dance moves pretty much. And, it's just like either your phone's tracking it or, the Joy-Con's tracking it. And as long as you're able to move around, like, the game is pretty lenient on you, which is thankful because I have absolutely no good coordination whatsoever.
Yeah, I know.
Do you have good anything?
No.
At least you know it, so that's something.
So anyways, there's about 40 or so tracks in the game, and there's a nice variety, although I will say most of them lean towards like, pop, like today's pop hits, and also a lot of disco from back in the day. Now, the kids mode is great because the kids can just dance around and do whatever the heck they want. And I played it with my kids and my wife. Everyone had a blast with it. My only thing with the kids mode is that, it's as they say, there's only a few songs, but, part of what I would have liked to have seen is that, like, cause some of those songs in like the regular listing for it of like the 40 songs, it's stuff that they play on the radio. And, it's stuff that my kids were familiar with, and they were like, oh, let's play this. And my wife was just like, wait a second, I have this on my Amazon Music thing. I know there's an explicit version, and I'm not sure which one's about to play. And I wish that there was like a way that you just knew ahead of time, like, is this going to be, like, is this safe around my kids, or...
Well, the game is E10, so it's like even the hardcore quote explicit stuff can't be above an E10 rating because that's what the game is rated.
That's all right. I mean, that's fair. Although do like, I mean, if you go with like DLC though, because I mean, usually they say nowadays like DLC is not rated. So, like, would that factor into that? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. Yeah, I'm just asking questions with it.
Like, I'm looking up, and I noticed that one of the songs in this game is "Build a Bee," which "Build a Bitch" apparently originally, but in this game it's "Build a Babe." So, and any of the profanity in the game is censored, but the title still says B star 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 star. So it's the first song in the title have a censored word in the title.
Well, hopefully your kids don't know what it is. But yeah, so pretty much it's just there's different modes. Like there's a sweat one, which is just like it's an endurance thing. Like, you know, you just keep playing song after song after song. And of course, you could also just choose out like a regular track if you want to, or you could. There's lots of options. My other gripe with it is that they really, really, really want you to get the unlimited pass, and like they toss that at you pretty much after every single song. And like to do anything. Cool. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a tad annoying when I was with my kids. And like they're just scrolling through all the songs, and it's just like, oh, we want to do this one, and it's just like, yeah, buddy, we have to pay for it. Like,
how much is the pass?
It's $30 a year, which isn't
not
like
horrible.
It's not, yeah, it's not horrible, but again, it's not like it's DLC where you own all those tracks.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, and so like they could swap out, you know, they could swap that out whenever the heck they want, and so. I wish that there was a way to hide that kind of option, like, you know, especially like when I was, you know, around my kids, because they're just like, we've already spent enough friggin' money on my youngest's Paw Patrol iPad app game that he loves, and plus like whatever everything else, and then they're just like, oh, can we get this too? And it's just like, dude, we just spent all this money on your damn apps. Now you're asking for us to get like this $30 subscription thing. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know.
I will say that the price isn't that bad. Like $30 for a subscription honestly, really isn't that bad.
I'm actually fine with the $30 price. It's just how much this game tosses it at you.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just too in your face with it.
Every single action that you do. In this game, it makes it like, oh, you need to get the or unlimited thing. You need to do this. Like, it is constant in this game. And I'm going to be honest, like, it's not going to affect like, you know, my rating for it, but it's just, it is damn annoying. Like, it was not this bad in 2021.
No. So I'm looking, there's actually 3 options for pricing. There's $4 for a month, $10 for 3 months, or $25 for 12.
Huh? I thought it was 30.
No, it might have come down.
Oh well, honestly, I mean, as I was saying, like it's worth it. I mean, because once you open it up, you go from 40 songs to 700. Like, it's totally
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's really just damn annoying how often like the game throws that at you.
No,
so
I have a feeling we're going to see something similar in Rocksmith Plus when that comes out. Because they're going to be doing the subscription model on that one as well.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm a little surprised that like they aren't just doing that for Just Dance, where they just make it like a game as a service thing. So, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, the game's $50. What do you think of Just Dance 2022?
If you've got especially if you've got little kids, I definitely recommend it. Like, this is a great game that gets everyone's energy out, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, you can act like an idiot and dance around and have fun with everyone. It's a good party game. It's a good family game. It's good all around. I'd recommend it.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. Next game to talk about is 200 Ways, developed and published by Sunlight Games. Released November 19th on Xbox One for $14.99. The mission of each of its 200 levels sounds easy. Guide one or more balls to the exit, but levels with up to 3 different layers and numerous ball traps don't make this quite a walk in the park. Luckily, players can use dozens of tools to help them reach their goal, but using more tools means their score will go down. Jacob, tell us about your time with 200 Ways.
I like how they're just like, yeah, it turns out it's not so much of a walk in the park as I'm like, Yeah, no duh, because I had to like fire up YouTube on the 9th level of the tutorial. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, it was damn embarrassing too, because like, I was playing this the other day because my kids are home from school, and like I was on my lunch break, and I was just like, oh guys, I have to review this game, so like, get off the Xbox so I can play this for a little bit. And Sam's watching because like he's always interested in whatever I'm playing that's new and that he hasn't tried himself. And so I'm going through it. He's a little bit bored, but he's still like vaguely interested to see where it goes. And then this damn 9th level where it's just set up and it looks like there's multiple paths of doing everything. And I wasted my whole damn lunch break on this level having to do all this trial and error shit. And like, I've got like 5 minutes before I have to go, and I just whip out my phone and like I go up on YouTube and I look up the thing, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like,
"I'm cheating.
I'm trying to get the solution for this thing." And he's just like, "Well, won't the game help you?" And I'm like, "No, it's not." He's just like, "So isn't this cheating?" And I'm like, "Yeah, kinda, but." Like, I'm really trying to figure this out.
Daddy, are you stupid?
Yeah, well, it's just like, I'm looking forward to like years from now, like when he's in therapy, he was just like, and that's the moment my father stopped being my hero.
Level 9 of 200 ways.
Of
that was the end of it.
Of the tutorial. All right, so pretty much what it is that there's all these different courses, and you have to get a ball from point A to point B. And there's like various traps, like there could be a hole in the floor, and it could drop you to the ground, or it could drop you to another level. Like there's mud pits, there's wind turbines, there's all sorts of stuff, and you have to figure out by like you're given like a certain amount of money you can play with to purchase different things to make the level work differently. Like you could have these like little tiles that could speed up your little ball, or if you turn it another way, it could slow it down, it could redirect it. There's springs which can help get the ball over gaps and stuff like that. Rubber bands which can prevent something from going off the side but also help slow stuff down. Like there's a lot that you can possibly do.
Yeah, there's like 40 different tools that you could use in this game.
Yeah, like there's a nice variety with it. And so the game just presents you with what you have to do, and it'll give like a short description, and it will give 3 levels of like, well, if you only spend this much, then you get a gold medal, this much for silver, this much for bronze, that kind of stuff. And, you just have to try to figure it out. And like, thankfully, the camera can be turned around like a full, like 360. So you can get an idea, because sometimes obstacles are blocked. And so if you just stay with a normal camera, you're not going to see it. And it's going to just drive you nuts. But yeah, and it's just like, and it looks like there's always going to be like multiple ways to solve it. YouTube will quickly tell you, no, not always. And that damn 9th level, like, I swear to God, like, I watched it and I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, cause I was like building like this like huge intricate thing, and I'm just like, I don't know how the heck this is going to work out. And I kept doing all this damn trial and error. And meanwhile, like, I watched the YouTube for it, and it's just like, oh, you have to set up like 5 springs, like here, and watch it go. And I'm just like, yeah.
What kind of gripes do you have about this game? Because I have a really big gripe, and it's right there at the beginning of the game. The UI for this game is so fucking small on my TV.
Yeah, I had a gripe with that because, honestly, like, this is one of those games I feel like it's better for PC. But for Xbox, it plays fine. It's just, I felt like I had to be right there up in front of my TV. Like, for this, I had to sit like about 3 feet away from my TV so I could read everything and like figure out where the hell the ball was supposed to be going and all that kind of stuff. I do wish that they had a way to make that bigger.
There is a UI scale in the options, And even if you put it all the way to the maximum, it's still just way too small. They have it on a scale up to like 125, and I even said in an email to them like 150, maybe even 200 in terms of size of whatever the fuck they have it graded. Like you could go all the way down to 50, and I did it just for the hell of it. I couldn't see it at all. It was just like a little blob on the screen.
As I said, like there are some games where it's just like that this is a port of a PC game, and this is one of them where it's just like it feels like they didn't think about that kind of thing. Where it's just like you really just have to have your face up against the screen. My other gripe is that as far as I'm aware, there's no hint system because that would have been handy.
Well, get good, scrub.
It's not a game killer because thankfully, YouTube already figured everything out for me. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been helpful if there was like some sort of thing that would have been like, no, dumbass, this is the direction you need to be going in. Like something like that. I don't know. I mean, the lack of a hint system doesn't kill the game for me, but it certainly would have been helpful.
No.
As hints usually are.
Well, the game's sitting at $15. What do you think of it?
If you're up for a good challenge and you like puzzle games, I think 200, 200 ways, like it's a good title. I definitely recommend the $15 price point for it. I really liked it, despite how fucking crushing it was for my soul. But I think it's a quality title, and I think like there's a lot of life in it for puzzle game enthusiasts. So yeah, cool. I'd recommend it.
Yeah, and again, let us make shit bigger so I could see it. Next game is called Crazy Trucks, developed by Marionette Games, published by Prison Games, released November 26th on Xbox One and Switch for $9.99. Jump into this pure arcade gameplay and shake up the monster truck world by dominating your rivals in an extreme face-to-face confrontation. Jacob, tell us about your time with Crazy Trucks.
Why the hell are the wheels all donuts?
Because like, it's literally crazy.
But the game
I'm sorry, it's
crazy. Yeah, but they all look like donuts. But there's no it's not like that All-Star Fruit Racing that came out years ago, where at least it made sense why everyone looked like they did. This one's just like, hey, it's monster trucks, but with donuts for wheels. And then whoever the publisher was just like, fuck yes, we are selling that. We are selling that game. Holy shit. Where's my Coke?
On the hooker's butt.
Thank you, random voice.
You are very welcome.
Anyway, so Crazy Trucks. It's
basically kind of like mini games. They have a handful of different game modes that you could do. It depends on the mode you pick what you do, but for the most part you show up in an arena and you collect stuff. Most of the games that I
drive from point A to point B.
Yeah. You try.
Yeah.
I have, I don't know.
Joe is going to talk about this much nicer than I will.
Yeah, the physics and the handling in this game just don't seem right. I don't know how to put it into terminology that a game developer can use to fix it. All I can say is that it doesn't feel right. Your truck flies everywhere. If you hit a jump weird, you're going to do 4 flips, 3 corkscrews, you're going to land on your roof, and then you're going to respawn on top of a barrel and you can't move.
Here's my thing with the physics. If it wants to make crazy physics, I don't give a shit. That's fine. Whatever. As long as it actually controls well and it makes sense, which unfortunately Crazy Trucks does not do. I felt like I was drunk driving my truck all over the place. It just randomly it would decide that, I know that you're turning left, but I'm going to turn right all of a sudden. I hadn't moved my stick in the right direction. It just decided, I'm just going to move differently.
I haven't had that issue. The only
doing jump, yeah, but I'm playing on Xbox One. Remember? Like, there might be an issue with that, possibly. I mean, because you're also playing on the Xbox Series X, correct?
I don't think that would affect the controls, though.
Maybe, but
and I don't even think this is an optimized for Series X game, so it's just running in Xbox One mode anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, I had that problem.
Well, you're a penis.
A very tiny one.
Aki, you have yet to see a picture of me. There is anything about me that is like tiny, like nothing. No.
Penis and brain. I just named 2.
And you've seen my penis?
My gripe with the controls in this game is that they have up and down mapped to accelerate and reverse, which isn't, normally wouldn't be that bad, except I use the triggers for accelerate and reverse, which they have. So they have 2 different ways to have accelerate and 2 different ways to have reverse. So if you're driving with accelerate and you go to turn left and your analog stick is slightly going down, you're hitting reverse as well. And your truck just comes to a stop or it gets really slow. If they were to just remove the functionality of up and down being accelerate and reverse, I think that would make this game tons better, like a lot more playable. The physics are going to be wacky, which whatever. They have the crazy steering if you hold the X button down that it controls both the wheels at once to give you like tighter turning and tighter steering. It didn't really help me that much, but it's there. But
none of like the A, B, X, Y buttons ever felt like they actually did anything. One of my biggest gripes is how unresponsive the respawn actually was. If your truck is moving at all, it will not respawn your truck for whatever freaking reason. And also, sometimes even when you're not moving, it'll just decide, fuck you, I'm not going to respawn you anyway. Including the time that I went over a jump and got stuck on a fence. Like, I'm hanging off of my back 2 tires, my rear tires, on this damn fence, and it just wouldn't let me respawn. The truck wasn't moving. I ended up having to hop out of the race and then restarting up in a race, and it just
it's more frustrating than fun, and that's the problem.
Well, and then on top of it, like, it does this weird camera thing when you're doing like a huge jump and like a crazy trick. Like, and the thing is that I don't mind like when the game wants to show off, like, oh man, look at this like crazy fucking jump you're about to do and all that other kind of stuff. Like, plenty of games have done that, especially like Burnout. But the thing is that it just felt so random, and you couldn't exactly pinpoint when it was going to happen or where the hell you were going to land. And so it just became more annoying than cool. And I really did not have a fun time with this game.
First, I didn't either. I will say the more I played it, the more I was enjoying it because I was getting used to the controls. I think the achievements are way too grindy. Like, there's like collectible stuff of like collect 20 gears. Not bad. I could do that. And then like collect 200. I don't want to.
Fuck that.
I don't want to. I'll stick with the first half of the achievements and let the second half just hang out for a while. I was saying to you, $10 is like my limit for this game, and it's a $10 game. Me, I would give it a hesitant try it. I think if you have a party, this might be fun to bust out and have some laughs with. Because it's only $10, I know that's still too high for you because I mentioned it to you and you're like, ha, no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Like, if the controls actually worked, then I'd be like a cautious, like, yeah, try it for $10, but no, just no. Just
work on the controls, get it playing better, get the physics to feel more like normal, and let us manually respawn if we have to. I don't like getting stuck on top of a barrel and not being able to do anything.
And having, like, you're just mashing the A button trying to respawn, and the game's just like,
yeah.
Like, No.
I don't think any buttons respawn. I think it's just...
Yeah, it is. It's A.
Is it? Because I would just mash anything and nothing would work until I stopped moving. I don't know. But
yeah, see, that's the problem. You mash A and nothing happens.
No.
And in the thing, it actually says this is the respawn button.
Oh, well. Well, that's it for you. I guess you could get the hell out of here and go do the tweets.
Woo!
Woo!
Big break!
Do you have any final words before you take off?
Farfig Nugan.
How dare you?
He stole your word, Aki. What do you think of that?
That actually legitimately annoys me.
And he laughed.
I'm not even lying.
And he laughed.
That is, that bitch. That is my fucking word. Oh my god.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, next game to talk about is Chef's Tale, developed and published by Art Game Studio, released November 17th on Xbox One, Series X and S for $11.49. Plays the cat chef in the spooky but cute underworld. Earn your coin by tending the trees, fishing, and creating incredible dishes, or just sleep for 16 hours a day on a comfy pillow. The choice is yours. Aki, what did you choose?
Well, there was a lot of sleeping involved in the game. I'm not going to lie. In this game, you play as a cat, and they are a chef. They don't know anything about cooking. Their prior owner was apparently a chef. So when you died, you decided, I'm going to be a chef, even though I don't have opposable thumbs. And I'm hairy, and I shed. And there are so many reasons why a cat should not be a goddamn chef. I can't even explain them all to you. But just like, I'm going to be a fucking chef. And so that's just what you do. You have to find, there's a few recipes that you can find around in this very, very tiny area that you have access to. And there's also, when you have certain items in your inventory at the same time, you'll come up with new recipes. There's 30 recipes maybe total in the game, if that. I think it's around 30. And that's all you're doing. You're just making these things and you're selling them. You have
it's like a life sim style game?
Kind of. You go through seasons in the game while you're sleeping or not. Time continues, and the seasons are pretty quick. So you have to go buy seeds to revive plants after winter, because winter just kills them off completely. And the rest of the time, you have a certain amount of energy a day that you can use to collect items from whatever you've revived. Some items, like potatoes, onions, garlic, stuff like that, you can only pick up one a day from each of that type of plant. Whereas things like lemons and apples, tomatoes, blueberries, all that shit, you can get 6 from, because they're all trees, even though they're not trees. It doesn't matter. It's the underworld. You're raising stuff in the dead. Who cares? And I found that the easiest way to play this game is simply to keep doing the very first recipe that you learn in the game, that you get automatically. It will give you the most amount of money. And it is easy to make. But you'll interact with a few other
Thimber is asking
games.
if it's similar to The Good Life.
No. This is a lot easier and a bit more, honestly, boring than The Good Life. And The Good Life is plenty slice of life kind of. It gets old real quick. But this one's much more boring because there's significantly less to do. But you take and you grab the items until the plant dies. There's a handful of items you can buy, and you can buy seeds as well. You can only buy a handful of items or seeds at a time. You have to talk to some prominent ghosts each day, and you'll increase their affinity towards you. And once it reaches a certain amount, you have to give them a gift of a very specific food item they want. And then you unlock the next tier of items that they have, allowing you to buy more crap, basically. One of the people is the Oracle, and she sells you stuff like upgrades to how many people will show up at your shop, how quickly they move, so on and so forth, as well as, oh, you need a pot to fry things in. You want to buy it for 100 money? Or here's a pot and a pan and some other things that I just didn't care about. Like you buy them, you don't really have to do anything because literally you buy them, they're in your inventory. You don't actually do anything when you cook. You just have to have the items and it just cooks it. The end. It just poof, those items disappear from your inventory and you get the completed meal in your inventory. That's it. So you don't have any mini games or any of that shit you have to worry about, which makes it a lot easier and more boring as well, because you literally, it's just go here, click this button 6 times, go back to your inventory, drop stuff there, go to the next item, click it 6 times, drop that in there, and then you have enough energy to do 2 other things, either collect 2 other items or to make 2 dishes, and then you sleep. And then you do the same thing the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and then you get enough of these items to mix with all the crap that you buy, because in almost every recipe, there's at least 1 item you need to buy. So, for instance, the best one to use is the fruit salad. It's also the very first one you get. It's apples, lemons, and bananas. You have to buy bananas. The other 2 items you can buy seeds and grow plants with. So you buy a fuck ton of bananas, you put them in your inventory, in your lockbox, whatever you want to call it, and then you go collect the other 2, and you just drop them off at the end once you're out of energy, and you're like, there we go. And once you have enough to equal of each of those to equal the amount of bananas you have, then all you do the entire day is you just keep making that item until you have enough to sell and another whole batch in your inventory. Then you can sell them all, make a bunch of money, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat again. And then you repeat it.
That sounds repetitious.
Very, very. There's not much to do because, like, the characters don't have a whole bunch of particularly interesting dialogue. They'll hop through the same 4 or 5 things to say to you pretty quickly. They occasionally have some extra dialogue as a little mission, which is always, oh, hey, I want this specific item to be brought to me. The end. So it's kind of like when you upgrade their affinity towards you, it's the same basic thing. They just want this recipe and that's it. If the game just got rid of the money aspect and just got rid of the reviving of plant aspect and the energy aspect, you'd be able to beat this game in like 10 minutes. Like, there's not much to it. This game only takes the length it does because you have to talk to them once every day in order to raise their affinity a little bit each day until you can give them a food item to unlock the next set of things. The energy just holds you back because you can, if you were to buy enough seeds to fill up every plant that's in the area, you would not be able to claim even 1 item from every plant because you don't have enough energy. So it's like, it's just made to just make you take longer and longer for no real payoff, sadly. Yeah. It's cute, but there's not much here. It's kind of boring, sadly.
Well, it's only $11.49. So what are your thoughts?
I'm going to have to say pass. It takes a long time only because they wanted to make it take a long time so you'd play it longer. And otherwise it's just kind of boring. It is kind of cute, but there's nothing really here, sadly.
Oh, well. There's a kitty.
Yes, there is. And you can buy accessory items like a chef's hat.
Yeah,
or
kitty and a chef hat.
Boots.
So yeah, it's a buy it, right?
No. I'm not as into cats as you are, but even if I was, no. You can also buy different skins for the cat. I ended up getting like this neon skin for the cat, and it was a black cat and it had green neon.
Oh, geez.
That looked like bones, and it was kind of cool. And I put them in a chef hat, and I was like, okay, that's what my cat's going to wear the rest of this game.
Oh, man. All right. Next game to talk about is Drizzlepath Deja Vu, developed by Tonguç, Bodur, and eastasiasoft, published by eastasiasoft, released November 23rd on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, and PS5 for $6.99. In Drizzlepath Deja Vu, you'll take the role of a nameless man climbing towards a mountaintop in search of answers. Witness events as you explore, each gradually adding to the larger existential narrative. Aki, tell us about Drizzlepath.
Yeah, you're going to notice something similar about this review as you did the last one. The game takes about 40-ish minutes, maybe. And if any of you have ever played Dear Esther, one of the worst walking simulators ever made, well, this game decided
that one was supposed to be pretty good.
I don't think it was that one that was good. I think that was the bad one. I can't remember all of them. There's so fucking many that I've played. I'm never quite sure. I think that was the boring one. I'm not quite sure. Now, I'd have to look it up, and that would take too much time. But there's one that's just like, it's just
Dear
walking.
Esther has a 75 on Metacritic, so it can't be that bad.
Okay, that must not be that one. I've played so many. Dear good God.
There are a lot of walking sims. Walk-sploration games.
Yeah, no, the one I'm talking about is a walking sim, and so is this. It's not a walk exploration, it's a fucking walking sim. Like in this, you have a button that you can click to run. Instead of it taking you 10 seconds to get somewhere, it takes you 8. So
you don't move that fast.
No. And it's a world of mostly nothing. Occasionally, some lady narrator will pop up her voice, and she'll speak mostly gibberish to you. She starts talking about existential things that it's kind of like, okay. That makes no real sense, but okay, cool. And then
is this something Cole would have referred to as artsy fartsy?
I don't know if it would even be that level of goodness.
That's
this is outrageous. This is not a particularly good game. It's not a pretty game.
Really? The screenshots don't look that bad.
It's very bland. Which is a shame. Yeah, because I was like, oh, it's a walking sim. I usually like walking sims. They usually have a decent narrative or some weird shit to it that makes it cool. And this one's just every, 8 or so minutes, you get maybe a minute of dialogue from some lady talking about gibberish, and then you walk a bit longer in a very linear path, I might add. And then the game ends. It's like, oh, well, that was something.
No, it's $7. What do you say?
No.
No?
This could be $1 and I'd still say no. There's it's like literally you can watch a walkthrough of this. It's like 23-ish minutes on YouTube or something, and you'll get just as much out of it. Matter of fact, if you play it at 2 times speed, you'll get more out of it because you'll waste less time. Because literally, she only talks for like 20, 30 seconds at a time. And then it's a long time of nothing again. It's like, maybe if what she spoke about wasn't as gibberishy, because it's like just little snippets of this existential stuff that it doesn't go anywhere. And then the next one is about something completely else and it doesn't go anywhere still. It's like, I think your character is like being born or is dead or something. I don't know. Maybe they're in a coma. I have no fucking clue what's going on because it's gibberish. And it's just like,
geez. Well, that's a bummer to hear because I bought this one. So, oh well.
It's a fast 100%. I'll tell you that. Just walk.
There you go. Achievement whores. There you go. This game is a buy it for achievement hunters.
Yeah, if you're an achievement hunter and you don't give a fuck about what the game's content is, fucking go for it. It has 10 or 12 achievements. They're all story related, and there's no story to this bitch. You walk in a straight line. Occasionally you turn to follow the path, and that is fucking it.
All right. Well, we got one final game to talk about tonight, and we're going to SML After Dark territory. I need
very.
I need some kind of like intro clip from George where he's just like SML After Dark. Something stupid like that. But yeah, final game to talk about tonight is Fetish Locator Week 1, developed and published by ViNovella Games, released in July of 2020 on Steam for $9.99. The reason we're covering it is because they just released a new one, which we'll be talking about next week on the show. Fetish Locator Week 1 Extended Edition is a visual novel where you determine the path of a male protagonist, play as a young college student exploring love, lust, and sexual fetishes with the hottest women in town, score points in the Fetish Locator app, which has taken the campus by storm. Aki, tell us about this one.
All right. You play as Douchey McGee, or whatever you want to name them, and you've missed school for the past 2 weeks because you've been sick. And when you get back, suddenly everyone has this hot new app, Fetish Locator. It is a sex game, basically. And I'm not just talking about the game itself. I'm talking about it in the game world. Fetish Locator is also a sex game there. And basically, you sign up to it. It's some hidden thing that you have to have a special code to get into and everything. It's like some real shady shit that only the select few get into. And basically, it says, are you into this fetish? You click yes, and then it'll pop up saying, hey, guess what? You're going to get points if you, like the first one, for instance, is, do you like cum shots? Of course. Who doesn't? I mean, obviously. And then it's like, okay. As long as it's not on my face, I'm fine. Whatever.
Oh, jeez.
And, and it's whoever sends in pictures or video to this place first gets points, a bunch of points. And then anyone who sends any pictures or anything afterwards, the more kinky it is, the more points you get. And like your character, I guess you can probably click no to it if you want, but who the fuck's going to do that? What kind of loser plays this game and clicks no to cum shots? Fuck off. Some of the fetishes I can understand, and I'll go into that later. Like, he gets in there and, like, in the middle of class, because he's in class at his university, and the people in the front row, a boyfriend and girlfriend, she jerks him off in the middle of class for it to get points. And they're the first ones who actually complete it because, again, they did it immediately. And your character's just like, damn, that's hot. What the fuck are they doing, though? And then with these points on the system, you're in-game, you as the player sadly cannot use them for their intended purpose, which makes me sad. But you can obtain the photos, videos, whatever that the people have uploaded by using the points that you've made or bought. And the points cost a lot in the in-game world. I think my character bought like 8 points for like over $1,000 in one playthrough. And I was like, no, fuck that. No. But you also can make points. That's one of the main draws, it seems, of that. But it allows you to get in contact with other people who have similar fetishes and play the little games that the app sends out. So it's like, cool, whatever, awesome. I would love a program like that in real life. That would be kind of kinky. I would be all for it. Don't even care. I'd be down for that. Hey, at least I'm honest.
Yeah, you are.
So this has taken like the entire place by storm, and your character starts getting into it, and they're like, okay, this is pretty cool. And he finds out that the girl he's in love with, like this pure, innocent girl that I don't understand why he wants this girl, honestly. I can't stand her. Personally, I don't like her. She is so fucking vanilla and so fucking boring that I'm just like, he likes her purely because she's pure and innocent and hasn't like none of that filthy stuff she's ever done. And I'm just like, this is a sex game. What? Even in real life, I'm not interested in that kind of person. I don't want some virginal girl who doesn't put out. I want a slutty broad who knows what the fuck she's doing. Again, I'm honest about life.
Yeah, you are.
So he knows this girl is going to be at this party, and for some reason, you can use points. You have to collect half of them yourself. You can buy the other half if you want, and it costs 50 points total. You can use those points and get an invite to the party. It's like, fuck yeah. So that's specifically why he really starts using this app. He's like, okay, I want to this party because he's head over heels in love with this annoying woman. And he goes for it. And yeah, that's the gist of the story. Him trying to get with her and ending up being the biggest man whore on the planet. Which, again, it's a sex game. That's
kind of the point. Yeah.
Yeah. These are all about creating amazing harems, and I'm all for that.
Well, it's sitting at $10 on Steam. What do you think of this one?
For most people, I would say you might like it. It has some fetishes in it that you might not be into. The first one, it has options, and if you say no to them, you can get less points overall for the game, which means you may not be able to succeed. However, the extended edition allows you to quote unquote cheat and ignore that after you have technically failed. That way you don't have to involve yourself in the fetishes that you don't like, because there's a water sports fetish in it. There's an enema fetish in it. And
interesting.
Yeah. So not things that everyone likes, and I understand that. And it does have some problematic stuff, especially if you're a woman. In the story, you do end up getting blackmailed and forced to continue to partake in this, and you're not the only person who's being blackmailed and forced to continue playing the game.
Carnage, is there a pancake fetish? Oh, Jesus.
No, there is not. So it has some problematic material in it that is kind of important to the game. So if you can get around, if that doesn't bother you much, then I say go for it. It's decently written. It has the animations most of the sex scenes are animated to a small degree. They're not amazingly huge or anything. They're like a few second clips, and they're voiced. All the rendering is pretty good. So it's a decent game. I've rather enjoyed this.
Cool, and we'll talk about the next one next week on the show.
Yeah, there's even more fetishes that one introduces.
Yay!
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that is it for this episode. Made it through another one. Thanks to you for being here, hanging out. Thanks to Jacob for being here, hanging out, I guess.
Motherfucker.
Fucking put up with that son of a bitch. What that motherfucker.
You stole my fucking line!
Well, we're going to end the show with some Glenn Case, because he just won $10,000 from Cards Against Humanity. So that's awesome.
What?
Yeah,
awesome.
You missed that, didn't you? You did miss that.
Did. That's
our buddy Glenn Case won $10,000 for writing a song for Cards Against Humanity during their Black Friday extravaganza today.
That I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were Cards Against Humanity was just giving away money all day. If you would do mundane shit like click a button 1,000 times, you would get $5. Or if you went and got your first COVID shot today and you took video proof, you got $100. If you filmed yourself giving your mailman a hot dog, you got $5. Just weird shit like that. Yeah, and
that is so totally like that game too.
Yeah, and the one was to finish a song that they started, and you had, I think, 3 hours to do it. Glenn did it. Everyone who entered got $5. The winner got $10,000.
That's so fucking awesome. Congrats to him. That's bitchin'.
So one more time, congrats to Glenn, and let's end the show with some Glenn. Do you have any final words to end it?
That motherfucker Jacob stole my goddamn line.
Which was?
First.